December, I woke up with horrible breast pain. The veins on my breasts looked elevated and green. I cried from my sleep. I did not quite understand what was going on.
As everyone anticipates, every new year should begin with greatness across all frontiers. It is the year 2017 and Oluwatoyin Adewumi expects nothing but a great start. Oluwatoyin lives in the US. She was drawn into the world of fighting cancer on February 14 when she got the most shocking news of her life.
It was snowing outside. And as I sat there, the radiologist got in and he looked at me. He said, can I call you Toyin? Because people call me Oluwatoyin. He said, can I call you Toyin? I said, sure, why not? And he looked at me. He said, Toyin, I'm sorry, but I don't like what I see. Your right breast is necrotic. I usually see this among 80-year-old women. But do you have a history of breast cancer in your family? Of course, I said a vehement no. The oxygen in the room changed. I called my mother and I said, Mom, they think it's breast cancer. I was sobbing uncontrollably. And I remembered one thing that my mother said. She said it in Yoruba, don't die before death comes. Let them do the test and we'll move on from there.
Then her treatment journey began, starting with a series of appointments followed by an aggressive form of treatment because of the severity of cancer.
I began an aggressive course of treatment. I started having meetings with different kinds of specialists. I had consults to nutrition, consults to oncology, surgical oncology, medical oncology, radiation oncology. I mean, the beautiful thing about the healthcare system in US is it's really specialized to the T. So I had to meet everybody in my care team and discuss my options. Halfway through the first course, I developed complications, not from the chemo. And I want to say right here to everybody that has misconceptions about chemotherapy that the chemo that is given today is very, very different from the chemo of the 1950s. Very different. Don't let anybody scare you.
There were a series of complications along the way, and one of them happened when the port site from which she received chemotherapy got infected. It was just 17 days from when she was to cater for a 700-guest wedding as caterer.
Around that time, I was getting ready to open my restaurant. So for me, 2017 was a year of strides. After having worked hard, something that started as just a tray of jollof rice in the comfort of my house, I was about to own a restaurant in South Shore and join the company of entrepreneurs who were going to make African food mainstream. So for me, I had no room for distraction. I had no room for any negative report. Because that same day on Valentine's Day, the building inspector had come in and gave me my certificate of occupancy. And not too long after, my doctor called and she said, Toyin, I'm very sorry. You have an aggressive form of breast cancer. It has spread to my lymph nodes. It was fast becoming a stage 4. So think about this. 6 months earlier, no cancer. I was okay. OBGYN results were clean. 6 months later, you are telling me that I have breast cancer. I was angry. I was livid. My temperature was boiling. I was seething. That day, all the emotions that welled up, the anger, the frustration, became a weapon. So for me, it was, what do we say to the angel of death? Not today. Not today. I wasn't ready to let my baby go. I was not ready to let the restaurant go. And I wanted to live. But I understood that within that bounds, I had to put structures in place to heal so that I could go back and do what I loved to do.
There comes the good and the bad days amid misinformation about the treatment of cancer. This birthed the TamBo Foundation, aimed at spreading hope and awareness about cancer.
Officially, we launched 2019, and we have been taking it one day at a time to spread hope and raise awareness to people around us in the Afro-diasporic communities and on the continent. So we've not just helped people, we've also helped strategic organizations who are into cancer care, oncology advocacy. We are founded on 3 pillars: patient services, education and awareness, and critical support services. On the patient support service side, we have offered payments for cost of surgery, cost of immunotherapy in Kenya, in Nigeria, in Canada. We have helped patients who needed nutritional assistance.
I am a beneficiary of TamBo Foundation. The foundation gave me financial support when I was sourcing funds for my mastectomy surgery. So I really want to thank the foundation for coming to my aid.
And I am so thankful to the TamBo Foundation for their generous support for my mother when she was battling metastatic breast cancer. I'm just so grateful for their outpouring of support and love and their monetary donation, which really came a long way in helping us during a really difficult time.
One of the effects of cancer treatment is loss of hair. The treatment also transforms one's physical features. To address these effects, the TamBo Foundation has also launched the Beautiful, Bold and Strong BBS, a program in commemoration of World Cancer Day. The foundation will be beautifying 100 cancer patients in Nigeria.
We are starting our Beautiful, Bold and Strong program, which we're launching in Nigeria. We are looking to beautify 100 cancer patients going through active treatment. Here in the US, while I was going through active treatment, I got care, I got support services. One of them was through the Look Good, Feel Better program. They taught me how to fill my brows, look beautiful. I got wigs. And so from that point, all the things that I've learned, all the things that have blessed me, I have used the foundation as a fuel, as a vehicle to give back.
1 in 3 of us will get cancer, and it can happen anytime. The effects on individuals, friends, and families can be enormous. This is the time the proverb, "We only know our true friends during hard times," comes into play. This is a test of friendship, family, and communal relationships.
I was surrounded by loving people. My close family members and close friends were there for me. I lost a couple of friends along the way because there are people who just don't understand it. Again, because of some of the cultural beliefs that we have in our community. Some people felt I should be avoided. It allowed me to know who my true friends are. And I've kept it moving, I've kept it going since then. Around that time during treatment too, some people felt the license to send me misinformation, mountains where I should go and pray, the kinds of holy water I should drink, lots of WhatsApp messages that did not make sense. And from all that misinformation, I used it again as a fuel to start the foundation. I'm happy that despite everything, despite the cancer, despite COVID, TamBo's Kitchen is still alive and well and thriving. And we look forward to continue to make African food mainstream. It's been a journey. I just look forward to living my life, my children, my husband, The people that I choose to bless, the people that I surround myself with, continue to give me the fuel and reason why I want to live. I wake up every day saying I want to live. Because it's easy for cancer treatment to make you a shell of yourself. Cancer patients are prone to mental health issues, depression, mood disorders, bone pain, dry skin. It's easy to be like a walking corpse if you're not careful. But with the grace of God and the resolve to live, I choose not to look like what I'm going through.
It's been 6 years of fighting cancer. It is gracious to say Oluwatoyin came out victorious.
If you have just been diagnosed, I will tell you the same thing my mother told me 6 years ago. Don't die before death. There is hope. There are options. There are even people living with stage 4 cancer, if that is the report that you have received. To those that are going through treatment, don't be afraid to ask your doctor questions. Reach out if you have side effects that don't look normal. For those who are at the end of the tunnel of treatment, I salute you. I congratulate you. Start living your life.